What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rob Bailey, and I am here today to talk about my relationship with social media. All right. So today is one of my first days back in the office, getting my feet under me. Man, this weekend was awesome. The event was absolutely awesome. There's something I did this weekend that I'm very happy that I did. So I think there's three things that can build success. There's money, which a lot of us don't have. There's skill, and then there's work ethic. And a lot of times, if money's not there, and that's what we want, you have to pay for skill. You have to pay for the understanding. You have to pay for the knowledge. And then there's work ethic. And that's the one you can pour on everything. But when you set work ethic with actual skill, I'll tell you right here, money gets here faster. And if you're not willing to spend the money you have to make money, to pay for skill, to pay for education, I don't think you're ever gonna have money. So I saw some comments about last time I tried to daily vlog and why I stopped daily vlogging, and that maybe I'm losing some motivation now. And I just wanted to give some context of what happened last time. All right, I got good news. My back is out. So if you can see, my hips are a little bit. All right, so my back is out. Big event weekend, I kind of stayed on diet. So I'm not too bad. I'm 253 pounds. Challenge is going okay, but I just did 30 minutes on the treadmill. It took me 10 minutes to get through really bad pain because my hips are starting to kick out, so keep them even. And then it took me 10 minutes to make sure my legs were straight, and then the last 10 minutes were actually I was moving. So something I might add to it is slow treadmill work to try to get my back, but I think the stress of this weekend running around and not taking care of myself as far as sleep, my back it's not completely out, but it's pretty crooked right now. So right now I'm a daily vlogger. I actually don't have anyone to support the personal brand Rob Bailey, right? We've got a video kid over for Flag Nor Fail, but he only works for Flag Nor Fail. I have Brandon that flies in sometimes, and he only works for Brandon. So it's just Rob Bailey with a camera, right? Which is great, man. I love the intimate of Rob Bailey just with a camera vlogging, but also running 10 different companies, CEO of 10 companies, also vlogging, husband, son, brother, artist, lunatic, all of those things all at once, right? Which is great. I like the daily vlogging process. All right, fun views out the window. We're doing a few different things. We are putting a fence in over there, putting a fence in there, but we're getting all the markers, which you probably can't see from here, put in for the coffee shop. So bunch of design, come on boy. Bunch of design work today, bunch of catch up, emails. Now I'm going to the bank to set up the company for the coffee shop out front so we can start funding that and making payments to start this build. And then another really exciting thing, which I think I'm gonna have to be on the treadmill a lot today, just walking, trying to get my back, but I'm gonna have a giant meeting here when I get back. We're gonna work on the coffee shop with my favorite architect in the world. All right, we just did the bank. That always takes longer than I feel like it should. F&F Coffee Co. is established, has a little bit of money in the account, so we can start building this storefront outside. To give you guys a timeline, we're probably about 10 months out from the building actually being a building. So this weekend was hard for me to daily vlog because I planned on it, but then once I started having the event, I realized people had come here for knowledge, inspiration, and this trip people were really using to bring some inspiration out of life, bring some knowledge out of life, and go back to their families. And a lot of what I try to give you guys here, but it was here, and they're standing in front of me. And one of the things that I found myself doing was locking in eye contact and just rocking conversation. I mean, we're talking 7 a.m. until midnight. A lot of you guys that were there knew that I was just ripping 7 a.m. to midnight. I just didn't film much. And I saw a comment yesterday about losing motivation. And I have a few little trigger points, right? And I think some of them were hit in those comments, to be completely honest, right? I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't triggered by a couple of the comments. All right, YouTube, remember that meeting I said I was gonna be having here with the best architect in the world? Well, we're getting it started, and I just got a really exciting phone call. If you guys remember, I dropped off a buffalo hide a few months ago that we got.
Sing it on high with your heart to the sky.
The buffalo hide's ready, so we're gonna leave right now and go get it.
Little golden colors to it. Yep.
That's pretty cool, right? They told me
awesome.
5 months. That was 2 months. Really excited for the new rug in my office.
She was the finest muse he'd ever known. He knew it when she went away to Ohio. He was on a mission, living in the clouds, afraid of what would happen if he ever came back down.
But a couple of the comments about last time and how I stopped daily vlogging, I want to tell you guys a story. Last time I tried to daily vlog, this is what happened, and this is going to be the lesson for today. Dana found out her grandfather was dying on the East Coast, so I sent Dana back to Pennsylvania to take care of her grandfather and to say goodbye. And then I stayed here to take care of the animals. I'm going to try to get through this story. And I came down the morning that Dana had left, and her horse Echo, who was her favorite person in the world, had kicked through the metal barn and severed her foot to the point where Echo was going to have to get put down. And I was faced with a really interesting decision on what to do. And I think I made the right decision, which was we sedated Echo. We kept her in a 10 by 10 padded room, kind of like laying on her side. She couldn't stand up on her hoof for 2 days long. So I stayed in the room with Echo, and I sang to her. I have a song called Oscar Loves Echo, and I just sat in there and gently sang the song for 2 days. And then whenever Dana would call, I would go outside and I would lie to her. And I would tell her that Echo is fine, and they just wanted to keep her for one more day, and then they were going to let her go, and she'll be home when Dana gets home. And it was a really hard 2 days. It was a really, really hard 2 days. One, because I'm trying to support Dana with her grandfather. Two, because I know I'm lying to her, but I want Dana to be able to truly focus on that moment, those last moments with her grandfather, and then handle the last moments when she gets home. So for 2 days I did that and lying to Dana. And then she gets home, and when Dana landed, I had essentially like to tell her, and she saw in my face, that, hey, we have a 4-minute drive to the vet. Then you have about 10 to 15 minutes to say goodbye to Echo before we have to put her down. Which did not go well, right? It didn't go well at all. And then she's still coming off of her grandfather. And that was a lot to handle for Dana. And moments like that, I truly know exactly what my responsibility is as a husband. So I did that, and then helped her through that decision, and then spent a few days with Dana and just trying to get her through all that loss at once. And then like on day 3, I remembered, oh wait, I'm daily vlogging. Realized that like the streak had broken and all that shit, and realized that like it doesn't matter. Like fuck social media, right? Like social media is great, man. It does really cool things. It offers inspiration. It entertains people. Like it's a way to share with people. But when shit gets really real in real life, like social media doesn't fucking matter. YouTube can suck my fucking dick, right? This weekend was not that. That was a really heavy weekend where I need to be there for my wife. This weekend, no, it wasn't a grandfather and a horse dying and me supporting Dana, but 40 people showed up at the warehouse. One, I knew the severity of that, like prepping the warehouse to get ready so their experience is what it should be. And then when it happened, I intended on vlogging. And I do this a lot with life, but like I intend on filming life. And then sometimes life just seems so much more important than social media. And that was this weekend. It was so much more important. I shifted my focus. So the lesson of today, I think everyone should engage in social media. I think it's great. I think YouTube's great. Definitely understand when something else is more important. And don't feel bad about it. Yeah, I gave you a voiceover running video. To spoil it, yes, I will be running the mile. I'm not gonna train for it. I really just think that every 5 years, I'm gonna run it to sort of see where I'm at. I just wanna see where I'm at. I think it's a pretty cool thing that for the last 10 years, every 5 years, I've been tracking my mile time just to sort of see where I'm at in life. I track my bank account, I track my investments, I track my weight. I track a lot of things, man. I like metrics. I like to know the direction I'm headed. It's one of the reasons that I am so fucking successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow because I am a daily vlogger and I made a promise to myself that this entire year I'm gonna film every single day. Or at least get a video out every single day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.